do you know when it's time to change your chain? Change your chain. That's actually hard to say. Yank your chain. Let me show you exactly how to do it. This is my favorite tool. I will put a link down below in the description if you want to look into it. There are many tools out there that will check your chain, but I like this one the best. It's the Park Tool CC4. You will put this little hook into the backside of a roller, and this little poker right here will go in between the links. You will try to keep it perfectly level, and then you will squeeze the chain to make it tight so that the roller pushes up against this little hook. Then you're gonna see if this piece actually goes into the chain. Now it's almost impossible to see this, but right here, there's a little divot right there. Now, if it goes in just to that divot, that means that your chain needs to be replaced. So let me show you how this is done. Now this chain right here, this is a chain for my cyclocross bike. I put this through the ringer. I've raced cyclocross on this. I have done a lot of gravel riding. I'm always in the dirt, and I take very good care of my chains, and I'll talk about that later in another video. But ultimately, this chain gets a lot of abuse, and it's already been 3,000 miles. Let's see how it turns out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place this on the inside right here. This piece goes in, and then it's gonna be level. You can see it's level, so it's not tilted up or tilted down. You can see there's more space right here than there is over here. So I'm gonna get it level, and then I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna squeeze and tighten it so that the actual chain is pulled up into there so it's nice and tense against that roller right there. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if this slides in, and you can see that it actually slides in there, but it does not go past that second rivet. In this particular case, this chain is now ready to be changed. Now this chain right here is on my road bike. This chain never sees dirt. I never ride my bike in dirt, and I take very good care of this. Now this chain actually has about 5,000 miles on it. We're gonna see how the chain is working now. So I'm gonna take the hook, I'm gonna put it on one of the inner pins, and then I'm gonna make sure that this one right here is in and it's perfectly level. I'm gonna squeeze the chain upwards. I'm gonna make sure a lot of tension is on the roller right here, and then we're gonna see if we can actually get this to go in. And you can see now, I'm gonna try to force it in there, and it will not go in. This chain actually still has some life in it, even after 5,000 miles. So this is very interesting. My road bike, which the chain has 5,000 miles on it, is still great. The chain is fine. The chain still has some life in it, but my cyclocross bike, with about half as many miles in it, essentially, is now in need of replacement. There's a couple reasons why. The first is the type of riding that I'm doing. I'm usually doing gravel rides where I'm either uphill, downhill. I'm putting a lot of strain on the chain. Then on top of that, I'm actually riding in dirt. Thus, you've got metal parts rubbing against one another with dirt, and that just wears the pins away and the rollers more than normal. Thus, there is no real mileage that you can actually say of how long a chain will last. Some chains will last longer than others. Some chains are more durable, but it depends more about the riding conditions and how hard you're actually pushing the gears, as well as do you cross chain. There's a lot of factors. Most chains will last about 1,000 miles before you even need to start checking with one of these tools. So once we put a new chain on, we can essentially not worry about our chains, I'm gonna say, for 1,000 miles, and then maybe once a week be checking with these things. The better you take care of the chain, the longer the chain will last, and the less likely you'll have to start replacing things like the rear cassette. Today's video sponsor is Mother Good Earth, and they are a great company because they are, first of all, sponsoring this video, and second of all, they have the greatest minerals ever, and they have a philosophy of minerals come from the earth, so where do you get it? From the earth. And so watch what I'm gonna do here. We're just gonna go down. It rained the other day. You just take a nice cup here and just scoop up some mud. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this Mother Earth with water and drink it to get all the minerals that come from the earth. So you can see I just mixed it with water and all the chunky goodness is in there. Beautiful for minerals. Oh my God. Oh, screw this. I don't need the money. No more sponsorship. Okay guys, good news. I have a new sponsor, Optimizers, and they have Magnesium Breakthrough. This actually I do use. I take 2 tablets at nighttime. It helps me sleep. It's got 7 different minerals. Now, of course, Mother Earth supplies minerals in the dirt, but it needs to come into the vegetables. And if the soil isn't good, if you're not eating organic vegetables, you're not getting as many minerals as you really should be. So that's why I take 2 tablets. It's got 500 milligrams of magnesium in it, and it's got 7 different types of magnesium. The reason I take this is for a number of reasons. It regulates my blood pressure, it keeps my heart healthy, which is an endurance athlete I really want, and it helps me sleep. It's easy on the stomach, easy to digest, no digestive trouble, and this is actually a sponsor that I could stand by. Oh man, who's gonna clean up these chunks?